Get down from there. Silly dog. Hello friends, in today's video, aside from me scolding my dog, we are going to be decluttering and cleaning a couple of areas in my home that have been neglected. One of them is my plant stand here in the dining room. I did declutter and redecorate the first two shelves in the last video that you saw. And so in this video, we are going to go ahead and tackle the bottom two shelves. I actually did that yesterday, so let's go ahead and take a look at what I did yesterday to get this plant stand nice and clean and fresh for the new year. try to go over these bottom two shelves, even though it's not ideal because of the sun shining through there. But I wanted to incorporate the live plants that I had left. I had this succulent, that succulent, and then my aloe vera. That's actually Olivia's aloe vera. And then Olivia's little succulent there. And so because I had a couple plants die, I was able to make more room, and then I could just add more decorative touches to it with the live plants added in here and there. And I also wanted to continue the blue theme because I've got the blue glass up there and there. And so down here I've used this pedestal fruit bowl that I got from my father-in-law years ago, and I just layered it with the succulent that is in this glass serving bowl. I had put that in it years ago as like a temporary planter, and I ended up just keeping it in there because I really like the way it looks. And I've got lots of nice pretty serving bowls, so I didn't need it for that purpose. And then over here, off camera, I layered that silver charger behind there just because I felt like there was too much space between the top of my egg plate and the rattan tray or the wicker tray. I like that. I haven't decided if I want to stay with the silver one, or I've got some wood tone ones downstairs that I might try. Before the end of the video, I will decide. I'll check the other one, try the other one, and then make my decision. But I kind of just went with the silver because it kind of, I don't know, had a cool tone to it like the blues do. And then I just have a very small collection of this blue and white English china. It's not really china, dishware. And I don't really use it to eat off of because lots of pieces have gotten broken over the years, but I really like it and I use it for decorative purposes. And I made the gap between the bowls. You saw on camera I used some rocks. I'm not 100% sure I like the rocks in there, but I didn't want to use rice or beans because we do have a problem with mice on occasion, and I did not want to invite them. So I used the rocks, and then I just used paper toweling to protect the dishes from getting scratched. I use these deer a lot in my Christmas decor, but I do like them for all year round. So I brought those up. I got these thrifting somewhere. I can't even remember where. It wasn't a complete set because it had, I think the one that was missing was maybe a cow, because I've got the pig, the rabbit, the duck, and then I have another pig that I put down there. Maybe that was meant to have two pigs, I don't know, but it would seem to me that was probably a cow, maybe, I don't know, or a chicken, more likely maybe a chicken. So then down here on this bottom shelf, I just incorporated some of the things that I've had on this plant stand in the past. That little ant right there, I got that at Hobby Lobby, it's so cute. The bowl of wooden fruit, miniature wooden fruit, got that thrifting. That blue and gold vase was my mother-in-law's, and I just put some silk flowers in it. That cast iron mouse I got at Turkey Run when we were camping one year. And then that little succulent in the little pot, I believe I got that from Dollar Tree. And then this vase here, I got that thrifting as well, and I just put some fake greenery in it. So that's how this has turned out. I really, really like it. It's so bright and cheery, and boy, it was dirty, as you could see in that cleaning video portion of it. It was filthy. So it's just nice to have it nice and fresh and clean. And like I said, before the end of this video, I will decide if I'm keeping that silver charger or the wooden, the one that looks like a wood tone. All right, so that's that for this part of this video. So you can see I replaced that silver charger with this wooden one with the white check pattern on it, and I like that better. I think it goes better with like the country farmhouse type theme that I'm trying to achieve here. I like it better than the silver one, so that's the way I'm going to leave it. All right, for the second part of this video, we are going to be going downstairs into my family room, and we're going to clean out my hutch down there and style it, right? It has just become like a catch-all for things, extra dishes and whatnot. They're just kind of thrown in there. I want to declutter, I want to get rid of some things, and I want to make it look nicer. Now, it's more of a utilitarian cupboard. I do actually store glassware and dishes and things in there, extra dishes. So I'm going to keep it utilitarian, but I also want to make it look nice as well. So that might be the challenge. So let's go downstairs and see what we can do in my family room in my hutch. As you can see, it is still Christmas down here. I just have not gotten the gumption to take all my Christmas down here, and I really like the way it looks. It's so pretty and so cozy. So I've been coming down here at night and enjoying these lights for a little bit longer. My goal is to have all my Christmas down by February, before my anniversary and Travis's birthday. So I'm not in a huge hurry. I know that once I start taking stuff down here, it'll probably go pretty quickly. I'll probably just get inspired to take it all down, but I just haven't gotten inspired to take down this beautiful tree yet. So anyway, here is the hutch that I am talking about, and as you can see, it is full of dishes and whatnot. I do find it a little bit challenging to style this because of the wood in between. There's like nothing I can do about it. Even if I took this door off, it still really wouldn't be any different because there's glass in the door. Now there is a light up here that I am going to get turned on. I don't know if it's plugged in. It's not plugged in, I don't think. Either that or the bulb's burnt out. But I'm going to get that light going before I get started so that I can actually see what I'm doing. But there's a lot of dishes in here that I don't use, and so I need to get rid of them. And the ones that I do use, I need to organize better. And like I said, I'd really like to get this styled nicely so that it not only is functional, but is nice to look at as well. I am having the hardest time figuring out how Scott had this rigged up so that we could plug it in. I found this cord was back behind there. It's nice, a nice long cord, but mice have been chewing on it. So this cord is no longer usable, and thank goodness it wasn't plugged into anything, or it might have caught the house on fire. So there was that cord, and then he had this back there too. This thing looks as old as Methuselah, so I'm a little leery about using this. So I'm not sure. I am not sure how he had that rigged up. So I can't even do anything because there's this cord. You can't see it, but there's a cord in here, right here. But before I can even do anything, I think I'm gonna have to take everything off the top shelf because trying to work around it, and then I may have to go talk to Scott. He's out and working in his garage to try to figure out how I'm supposed to hook the light up. Yeah, it's been a long time since we had the light hooked up, as you can see. I may have to just figure something else out too. Maybe just use like Christmas lights or something instead of that light up there. That may be what I'll do. I think it'll be easier. Well, that took me entirely too long to figure out. I did, as you see, ended up going with the Christmas lights instead. Now, on the top, I'm going to put some pretty dishes. Each one of the shelves has like a carved in slot in the back to lean dishes against. And I've got some pretty florals, and I also have some of these saucers. They were given to me by a friend, one of you subscribers. They are Pioneer Woman, and these are the salad plates, which we don't use very often. So I have them down here, and I'm going to go ahead and try to make the top row have pretty dishes up there. Not sure how I'm going to do it, but let's just get started and we'll see what happens. So that is a pretty backdrop. Now I've got these milk glass little, they're like party cups, and I don't use these very often, but I don't want to get rid of them. So I'm going to kind of just stick those kind of in the corner. So they're just kind of like peeking through this glass here. So I'm going to go ahead, I've got more, I'm going to go ahead and just stack them back in there all the way back in the corner. All right, that's all I'm going to put on the top shelf for now. I'm still just working with what's actually in this cabinet. As you see, I've got a small collection of pink depression glass, and I put that up front so that it can be seen. And then over here, that swan, there's a lot of glare. The swan right there, that was a planter that was given to me when I was a teenager, and I had surgery on my feet, and the church that I was attending at the time sent me that little swan with those silk flowers in it, actually. So I've kept it all these years, and I will continue to keep it. I won't get rid of it, even though, as you can see, the swan, one of the swan's heads fell off, and we had to re-glue it. It broke in one of the moves because we moved a few times when I was a young adult. So that's that. And then back here I've got some wine glasses, but we don't drink wine, but we do use those on holidays for sparkling juice, or even water. We'll just use water in those, or tea or whatever. But anyway, so those are back there. We don't use them very often, but they're really pretty, and I wanted to keep them out, and I can get them when I need to use them. All right, now to this shelf, the second shelf. I'm going to just take everything off of here and do the same thing. Although I probably will leave those plates and add a couple more of my Pioneer Woman plates back there. So here is the second shelf for right now. I like to do things and then sit and look at them for a while and then change things up if need be. So that's kind of what I'm going to do with this hutch, but I really do like the way this second shelf is looking. These are some of those willow, I think they're called willow. Oh, it doesn't say on the bottom. I think these are those willow collectibles. Scott got these for me for Christmas one year. Some more of the pink depression glass. This and that little saucer over there was a gift years ago from a friend. And the crystal were wedding gifts. And these blue mugs were, we got those when Scott's parents passed away and we were closing out the house. Nobody else wanted them, so I took them. There's two matching. Back there is a mug that's got my name on it, obviously, and that was in my stocking one year when I was a kid. And then over here I've got the other, some more crystal, the other mug, and then that is Travis's mug that he got for Christmas one year that's got all the Greek alphabet on it, because at the time he was taking Greek. All right, now I'm going to take out this bottom shelf and see what I can do here. On this bottom shelf, tucked back in there, I have some more goblets, and as you can see, they are fall, so I use those for Thanksgiving. I used to collect porcelain dolls years ago, and I gave away all of them except for my two favorites, and this was one of them, and this is the other one. So I kind of put them front and center so that you can see them from the front of the glass. And then this plate, I had that one for years and years, and the reason I kept it is because it reminds me of my cat Rascal that I had, and he died many years ago now of old age, but I really loved that cat. And that picture looks almost exactly how Rascal did. These were some salt and pepper shakers that a friend gave to me, one of my subscribers. Some more of my milk glass, and then just a couple of mugs that I like that I don't want to get rid of. And then that picture was also from my mother-in-law and father-in-law. So like I said, this is how it is looking now. Let me get the door closed, and I'm gonna get these Christmas lights up here. They blew out. I'm gonna get those replaced, and then I'll bring you back and show you what it all looks like. And I might wind up sticking some green foliage in there here and there. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to sit on it for a minute and think about it. And then I will also show you the things that I'm going to be getting rid of. These are the items that I'm going to be getting rid of out of that hutch. This I got at Dollar Tree a long time ago. I never use it. I'm going to get rid of that. Same for this. It was a Dollar Tree purchase. I have no use for that. I don't decorate in like the seaside. In fact, I think Olivia wanted that, and then she decided against it. Whatever. This owl mug, I never use it. I may end up keeping this one. I haven't 100% decided on that one because it's so cute. I might find a spot in the hutch to tuck that. This was my mother-in-law's, and it was broken when I got it, and I hung on to it, but I've got a lot of Robin figurines now, so I'm going to go ahead and donate this one. Or I might stick this up on my bird shelf where you can't see the wing. I might do that. So those two items I might end up keeping. These I'm getting rid of for sure. I got these when I was working at that kitchen store, and I absolutely hate them. I tried using them, and they're just not user-friendly at all, so I'm getting rid of those. These, I had 4 of them, and we used them in the summertime, and I can't remember what happened, but one of them got broken. I got these from Dollar Tree, and I was waiting, hoping they would come back out with this pattern again so I could buy a replacement, and they never did, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them. And my luck, they will come out with this pattern this summer after I donate these. And then this little glass thing, I don't remember where this came from, but I never use it, so it's going to go away as well. Here's one last look at the hutch. I changed it up just a little bit. I moved the two kitty cats over here, and then I found a couple of candy dishes down in the bottom half of the cupboard, and I've just layered them on top of the, I kind of call them jadeite dishes, although they're the Pioneer Woman dishes. They're not jadeite. Then I found some very romantic looking flowers to go with. This is kind of like a romantic looking hutch in my opinion. So I put some romantic looking flowers in here. Down here on this shelf I layered again. I found a plate of my blue and white dishes. I put that there. And then I found this. I don't know where this came from. And it was down here. And it's actually ironstone. International ironstone from England. So ironstone is very collectible. And then in this crystal, I got some more of the same type of flowers. It's a whole like pick or whatever you might want to say that I got from Walmart years ago. And I just stuffed it down in that vase. And then down here on the bottom shelf, I did end up keeping that owl mug after all and stuck it in there, and then just stuck another little flower pick down in there. And I got new lights up there, and this is what it looks like with the door closed. Now the Christmas lights that are inside the hutch, I have those on a timer. They'll go off at night, but those up there stay on all the time. They're very easy to change, and it does lend a little bit of a nightlight effect down here. And I'm very pleased with how that turned out. Final update, I decided to go ahead and add another strand of Christmas lights onto the second shelf because this bottom shelf was very dark, and because these shelves are glass, the light shines through, and I think it looks perfect now. I looked at the hutch for a while, and in this photo I only had the one strand of Christmas lights inside of it, and then I added the second strand, and I looked at that for a while, for a couple of days, and then I've decided that I'm going to replace the Christmas lights with some electric candles that I've ordered from Amazon before, and I really liked them, so I ordered them again. At the time of this editing of this video, those candles have not come in the mail yet, but when they do, and when I get them in the hutch, I will include it in a vlog at some point, the updated look. I just decided that I didn't like the way all of the wires and stuff were showing, especially on the second shelf. The top shelf not so much, but the bottom shelf I just didn't like all the wires hanging out there, so that's what I decided to do. Woo! Alright friends, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I worked up a sweat working on this one, but I'm very happy with the way my plant stand turned out and the way my hutch downstairs turned out. Everything looks so much better, and I really like it. It's been bugging me, so you know, I wait until stuff just bugs the daylights out of me and I can't stand it anymore, and then I deal with it. And then it's like, at that point, I'm really ready to do it. I'm ready to do it, and it always goes better. For me anyway. Alright friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below, and we will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye friends.